Imagine with me two fictitious scenes. After years of trying, a couple finally gets a positive pregnancy test. Then, more tests. The results? A genetic disorder that causes lifelong seizures. McKenna stared at her husband's face, a reflection of her own shock. The doctor slipped a packet into McKenna's hands, saying something about the nearest abortion clinic's address. Meanwhile, hundreds of miles away in Oregon, Joshua crumples to his kitchen floor. He never could have imagined the diagnosis. Stage 4 cancer, 3 months of agony left. Dr. White had mentioned a painless solution. Joshua fumbled for his phone and tapped physician-assisted suicide into the Google search engine. While these illustrations deal with separate issues, abortion and physician-assisted suicide, these topics are interwoven. AmericanMedicalAssociation.org defines physician-assisted suicide as when a physician facilitates a patient's death by providing the necessary means and/or information to enable a patient to perform the life-ending act. When abortion became legalized nationwide, the practice created exceptions to the taking of innocent life. This eased the way for physician-assisted suicide. Both are anchored in the same worldview. Often, life in the womb is referenced as tissue or a fetus. It's not a child, right? The fetus gains human status at birth. This worldview comes from theories that assume that there are stages in embryonic development where a person is not exactly human yet. If a pregnancy becomes unwanted, unhealthy, or burdensome, there's no guilt about cutting it short. Joshua, mentioned before, has only a few months of pain left. The fetus has been developing just a few months. The theories previously pointed out, if carried to their logical conclusions, affirm that there is no reason to prolong the reality of those like Joshua or the fetus, and every reason to count them as losses so that humanity can move forward. Abortion attacks those at the threshold of life, while physician-assisted suicide targets those close to exiting it. But attacking life at any stage assaults all stages. Once people start drawing lines on when terminating life is all right, those lines get moved. Just this year, New York adjusted its abortion regulations with its Reproductive Health Act. As stated in the article, New York governor signs unfathomable law that allows abortions all the way up to birth by C.C. Heal. The RHA not only allows an unborn baby to be killed at any time for any reason, it decriminalizes any killing of an unborn baby through abortion or otherwise. It also gets rid of the legal protection afforded a baby who was born alive after an abortion. And that was from the American Center for Law and Justice.org. In the wake of New York's startling edict, the governor of Virginia made highly controversial statements suggesting infanticide. Did you catch that? Infanticide. What happened to the definition of life beginning at birth? The consequences of ending budding life go beyond the womb and impact those not far from the grave. Physician-assisted suicide gradually crept into American law without quite the uproar that Roe v. Wade caused. Oregon in 1994 became the first state to allow such medical practice. What should frighten those who cherish life is the acceptance of this mercy killing. Back in 2016, the American people embraced Me Before You, a film glorifying one of the main characters' decisions to be euthanized. Hear this. In June, Maine became the second state just this year, the other one being New Jersey, to legalize physician-assisted suicide. Altogether, 8 states allow physician-assisted suicide. Had you even heard about these trending legislations? These acts pop up quickly and lack the widespread media coverage that abortion regulations receive. However, hope lives. An avalanche of pro-life laws has swept across the nation this year. States like Georgia, Ohio, Alabama, Mississippi, Missouri, Kentucky, Indiana, and Louisiana passed into law various pro-life laws such as the heartbeat ban. Although many of these fledgling regulations have already been attacked or blocked in the courts, some remain steadfast. Planned Parenthood tweeted on April 5th, "We are dangerously close to a post-Roe world." This is what should give us hope. Planned Parenthood is worried. As legislatures make headway, pro-lifers are also breaking ground in the movie industry. Throughout the past years, many films such as October Baby and Gosnell engaged the cultural battle through the screen. The undercurrent of pro-life in media continued to swell when Unplanned made a stunning debut this past April. According to thenumbers.com, Unplanned more than tripled its initial $6 million budget, with an overall $19,005,109 in the box office. The American public is awake to the assault on the most precious, non-refundable gift, life. If you are anything like me, this cultural reawakening to the value of life is thrilling. But you might be wondering what you, as an individual, can do to defend life in your own sphere of influence. How can you protect those suffering, like Joshua, and guard the unborn, like McKenna's baby? Vigilantly watch your state legislature for any upcoming abortion, pro-life, or physician-assisted suicide laws that you can call your senator about. Be informed about and back pro-life laws. Attend local protests and prayer walks. Support pro-life movies. Wear t-shirts that start conversations about how precious life is. However, the most important thing you can do is to prepare yourself for the tough questions that abortion and physician-assisted suicide present. Long before these laws are fought in court, they are debated in the mind. Why? Because this is a battle of worldviews. You will be called upon to choose a side and to defend your stance. Here is your battlefield. Do not be afraid to take it. The fight is on.